Hey, this is Andrew from AJS Woodworks, and in this video I'm going to go over some of the issues with the Chevy Cruze, the most common issues, and some of the issues that I've had personally. So this model actually spans from 2008 to 2016. So this is actually towards the end of production, so supposedly they've been able to work out some of the kinks from the prior years, but we'll go over some of the issues that this vehicle still has, even after being towards the end of production. So to start, we'll start with the exterior of the vehicle. I haven't really had any issues with the exterior. The wheels have been good. They are just aluminum wheels. Haven't had any issues with the finish coming off. This vehicle is now 10 years old. I haven't had any issues with the paint. I have a Honda with the clear coat that's peeling off. No issues with clear coat on this Cruze. The headlights have gotten a little bit foggy, but that happens when you leave a vehicle outside and don't keep it in a garage. No issues at all with the windows, and really nothing to say about the exterior. As far as the interior, I haven't had anything break on me except for this little cigarette lighter cover that snapped off. Probably got baked in the sun and snapped off due to that, or maybe because it slaps down so hard from the really strong spring mechanism there. But really, overall, nothing bad on the interior. Everything still works, except for this as well. This thing fell off. But once again, I think it was just a strong spring mechanism. So nothing bad to say about the interior as far as things breaking. Everything still works. All the electronics still work. No issues there. And now we get to where all the problems are. Unfortunately, this is the most important part of the vehicle. So the first thing that commonly fails on this engine is the PCV system. It causes compression issues. It causes vacuum leak issues. And what you have to do to fix that completely, and I have a video on how to do this, is to replace your valve cover and your intake manifold, and that should solve your issues. You also have some PCV hoses that may need to be replaced. This connection here, this tubing here may need to be replaced. It depends on how drastic your PCV issue is, but that will cause a lot of check engine lights, cause your engine to run rough, and cause you to lose power. Number two is the crankshaft seal. Mine actually needs replacing, as a very slow oil leak down there on the side of the engine. And it's just a simple little seal to replace, but they tend to leak, and sometimes they can leak really badly and cause a lot of oil loss. Mine is not that bad, but others have definitely been worse. And it causes a chirping noise, which is pretty annoying as well at idle. Another issue is with the turbo itself. So the turbo eventually goes bad. You lose boost, you're not able to maintain boost, and no boost on a 1.4 cylinder engine is not good at all. So this thing drags pretty badly. I think I'm starting to have issues with mine, and it actually has started smoking now. So there are issues with the turbo. This has 170,000 miles on it, so it's gotten quite a bit of life out of it without having to replace the turbo. But just know that is one issue that is common with this vehicle. Another issue is with the water outlet. So it's this plastic piece that connects to the engine, and it's involved in the coolant system. And not only does this piece crack and need replacing frequently, I've replaced this at least twice within the past 100,000 miles. But this section here also tends to leak because it's just like a press fitting with a little, or it's just pressed into place with a little clip on it, so it's not really in place very well at all. And so you have to replace the part in there in order to fix the leak. I've also had radiator tubes bust. I have had a coolant reservoir crack. The coolant system on this is not the most reliable. I do have videos on how to replace both of those things, the reservoir as well as the water outlet. But just know those things break pretty frequently. So those are just a few of the things that can go wrong with this vehicle. Unfortunately, they started going wrong around 100,000 miles, so you don't get a lot of time with this vehicle before it starts to break down. And ever since the 100,000 miles, it's just been a constant state of repair. So the check engine light has been on since 100,000 and it hasn't been able to come off since then. There's just innumerable things that you have to repair on this vehicle. So if you're looking at getting a Chevy Cruze, I advise against it. It does have some punchy power when it does run well, but it running well is a rare occurrence. So I would not advise that you get one of these vehicles. I would look towards like a Honda or something if you're looking for something that's a smaller compact vehicle, or maybe a Toyota. But those are just a few of the things that can go wrong on your Chevy Cruze and commonly do. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.